Cowabunga dudes and dudettes, this is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I'll be doing my 223rd Mezco Toyz 112 Collective action figure review, this time being of the big bad toy store exclusive Ghost Rider. Now taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure comes in a very large box with some really amazing artwork of the character. And if we remove the slipcover, we can see more of that awesome art. So with the box out of the way, let's go ahead and crack this figure open and let him breathe. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at the new Big Bad Toy Store exclusive Mezco Ghost Rider. This is one I was particularly stoked on. Not necessarily stoked on the price because this thing is a little too pricey in my opinion, but it's still very cool. I had to pick this one up. The colors alone are insane. This is our second version of the Mezco Ghost Rider, and I just think it looks really cool with this all blue suit, or very bright blue suit, which I think looks so cool. Again, very throwbacky to those older comics when he had a suit just like this, and again, those colors were redonkulous. I love just the lighter blue kind of like square over here across his chest where you can see where it kind of like closes up with that jacket. I love the high collar, even the little cutout right there on the sides of the collar looks really cool. You do see a little bit of a light blue inlay around the rim of the collar too, and everything's pretty much the same as the first figure. You know, got the same types of gloves, which I think look really nice. Same thing with the boots, those nice biker boots with those silver, like almost like a bluish silver, kind of like metallic paint right there for like the buckles and the zippers. Look really, really nice. This is just a cool looking figure. I love this oval studded, again, that like almost like a bluish silver for the belt. I think it looks awesome. And then I love the flames going on here with that bright white skull. I think it looks really good. So I'm going to bring in the first Mezco Ghost Rider here, and you can see just how dirty and grungy this one is. This is all black, of course. Again, utilizing the same boots, same gloves. We do get a different jacket, where this one is just more of that smooth. This one has the full-on zipper with a bigger, fuller collar and things like that. It has the buckle, the strap going around there. This one just has that simple floating belt like that. But you can see how dirty of a skull this one is over here. Then there's the bright white skull over here. Looks really cool. So I love both of these. This one was awesome, man. But this one just stands out with these, again, ridiculous colors, especially when we get to the bike here. I just love how this turned out. Now this guy does have his own LED feature. We're just gonna pull the head off like so, and then you can see the cylinder in here. You can replace the battery, but for some reason, and which is a little odd to me, I don't remember if the first Ghost Rider came like this, but the batteries already came installed in this and on the motorcycle. So you flip the little switch right here, and you kind of have to like twist and lock in place. But my LED's like almost dying already, so that's not good. I don't know if it's gonna be like that for everybody's, but my LEDs definitely do not work all that great on this, so it won't get as bright as I would like. So that's a little disappointing, but it is what it is. I guess I could always just buy a new battery and replace it, but for right now, that's how it is. So it's a little caca that that we don't get a fresh battery. And again, maybe it's just mine, so we'll see. Moving on to the accessories, we of course do get the Mezco circular base standard here with that awesome, again, that Ghost Rider logo, especially with the blues and the brighter yellows and oranges. I think it looks really, really good. And we of course do get the clear articulated arm. We do get several interchangeable hands, which is really nice, done in that bright blue. You got some gripping hands, closed fisted hands, some looser grip hands, and then we do got a trigger finger hands for his guns here. We also do get the same flame effects that we've seen before with the previous Ghost Rider, just like a ball of flame that he could hold in one hand, like those more open hands. And the ones you can attach to the fingers, you know, I believe it's more for someone like this hand, I believe. And you kind of just like slip it over the fingers like that, like he's shooting a fireball, you know, then just plug that in. So that's really cool too. And then we also do get these awesome shotguns that weren't actually technically shown, I guess because you can't show a figure with guns anymore, especially when it comes to licensed IPs like Marvel, you know. This is a nice pump action shotgun that actually does pump. It's really cool. Same thing with this one. This is a dual-handed shotgun pump action like that, which is really nice. I love the shotgun shells right here. The only thing with these are, you see a little paint rub right there. These fit very tightly in the hands of this figure. These were not necessarily meant for this figure. He doesn't necessarily have the proper hands. You can get him to fit, as you can see, I have some paint rub on there because they're a little too thick. So again, you could tell these were for, I believe these came with maybe one of the old Punishers. So again, it's a little awkward getting them to hold them in a proper way, but they still look very, very cool. And then I love things like this bendy wire chain that we got here, which I think is really cool, how it's an actual metal chain, but they put a little bendy wire that fed right through it and weave through it, and little spikes on there, so you can pose that around and do things like that. And then the same thing, again, we've seen before, we have the same one that doesn't have a bendy wire, but it's more of like a, you know, thicker plastic or thicker rubber, well, actually a softer, pliable plastic like that, but it has the flames like attached to it. I think it looks really cool as well. So I love that, man. You get a lot of good stuff with this guy. Now let's bring in his motorcycle here, because this thing looks crazy. Again, the colors, man. You have that bright blue figure on this bright red motorcycle, just hits very, very hard. I love it. But also love that you get things like the dual colors of red here. So you can see like a molded plastic red like this, and then you have more of a glossy red here with the paint, and then you have little bits of metallic red in there, which looks really, really cool. I love a little bit of it's a black in there, and the hoses and the wires. I love things like the translucent tires to add that flaming effect. Looks really nice. All of this just looks so awesome, dude. The seat looks really good as well. Turn it to this side. You can see more of the exhaust pipes again. That nice metallic red just looks so good. I love all of this right here. Again, the spikes look awesome. I love the translucent piece for the headlight right there. That looks really cool too. And the same thing, this already had the batteries inserted in here. So there's literally just an on and off switch, and there's like a hidden button right up here by the gas tank area. And you can hear it kind of like turning, like revving the engine, but then you see the lights going on and flickering and things like that. It's even down there. And it's pretty cool. You do get lights on the front side, which looks really, really nice. And then you get lights on the back side as well. So all the lights look very, very good. You're supposed to see lights up here too a little bit, but they don't really glow as bright, man. So again, I don't know if it's just the batteries aren't that good on these, since they're kind of like pre-inserted. I don't really know, but I'll probably have to switch those out at some point, but it's still really cool. And then we get the same effects that we've seen before, where you could attach these to, like this one's like that goes to the front end, something like that. And then you have one for the back side, which connects in there like so. And then those LEDs are supposed to shoot out and like highlight these flame effects right there. And these are really nice, dude. I love the way that looks. These are a little more on the yellowish side compared to the orange ones from the figure that we've received in the past from Mezco. So they are different colors, so that's really cool. And especially having that on display. Again, look at these crazy yellow flames, bright red motorcycle, dude in all blue, kind of like rocking that. I mean, that is a crazy, crazy looking thing, you know, crazy skull dude, all flamed up with these wild colors. I love it so much. Now, I'll compare with the original motorcycle here from the first one. There are little bits of difference. Obviously, the colors, of course, are going to be different, but you do get things like the front end right here, where like the headlight is, that is very different. You can see that. The red one has more of a traditional big spotlight, where the modern one has that more modern curve, a little more evil look. And then the back side of the wheel cover is different as well. You can see that. And then you turn it to the other side where all the pipes are, and everything else is pretty much the same for the most part. Again, except with the exception of the colors, but it's still, man, both of them are very, very cool looking. I just am very happy with this. Again, the price, I'll say it again and again, was not very nice, man. The price was ridiculous on this thing, but I am so happy I picked it up. This is a very fun looking figure, and for something that's so high-end and costly and meant to be kind of wild and intimidating, these colors are just fun, and that's pretty much why I wanted to pick this up. So moving on to the articulation, since the head is on that cylinder, you can really just look left and right. You can't really look up and down at all, which is disappointing. Now this does have that kind of like faux leather suit, which a lot of us might worry might crack later on down the road. Luckily, my first Mezco Ghost Rider has been in a seated position ever since I got that one, and that's been holding up really, really well, so that's nice. So the arms can go all the way up that far, down, up and out. No real butterfly joint in there, rotation at the bicep. We got double jointed elbows, rotation at the wrist, as well as a hinge at the wrist. We got a double ball peg in the midsection that rolls around very nicely, does turn left and right, crunches back about that far, forward not much. We can do hips that kick up and forward that far, back not so much, splits all the way out to the side about right there, rotation in the upper thigh. We got double jointed knees where he kick himself in his own butt, rotation at the boot, and then ball pegs at the ankles where we go left and right, up and down, and a okay ankle rocker that could be a lot better. So overall, man, I'm just very happy the way this turned out. I don't like that neck still, you know what I mean? And it's a little bit of a bummer that my LEDs don't work all that great, but still, the colors alone are freaking awesome. I just love this version of Ghost Rider, and the fact that we got a Mezco version just makes it even better to me. So for me, if you don't mind the price, he is definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here he is sitting next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool and Mafex Batman figure. Also for comparison, here he is sitting next to a Mythic Legion Scapular and Mafex Bane. And for some Mezco comparison, here he is sitting next to the first released Ghost Rider from the Mezco 112 Collective line. So there it is, guys, my review of Ghost Rider. Now honestly, this is a mixed bag of a figure, as personally, I think it's awesome. I just love these crazy colors, and I just love the Mezco 112 Collective line. But I am not blinded by its shortcomings. The articulation honestly is not that good, especially more with that leather-like material, so it's kind of hard to stretch the fabric and things like that to get in certain types of poses. Also, that old tech of the LED cylinder thing in the neck, that is just horrible, especially for someone who needs to look up in like a motorcycle. So I am very aware that this figure is not perfect and not incredible, but again, I still do love it. I love those colors. They're so bright and vibrant. They really stand out on the shelf. The LEDs do work really well, but some of mine are obviously fading and the batteries probably aren't that good. So again, hopefully that's not a universal issue. The motorcycle itself is freaking awesome. I love the bright red, you know, giving off Akira vibes, so I dig that a lot. But man, that price of $250 US dollars plus taxes and shipping, oh my god, that hurts right in the gonads, man. But again, I really do like this figure quite a bit, so if you can afford it and you just love the gaudiness of this, I definitely recommend it. But again, with that price tag and its shortcomings, I can see where a lot of people will pass. But for me, I think he's awesome, and I think he would look great in any of your Mezco collections. So don't forget to be excellent to each other, and stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.